Hey there friends and welcome into today's video. I'm Artemis and today we're doing something a little bit different. Now I did do the intro saying hey there friends for a very specific reason, and that is because we were echoing Call Me Kevin's intro, because that is what we're doing today. We're reacting to him learning to skateboard in 7 days with absolutely no experience, and I'm going to just, point out some things that are going to be like beginner friendly and all that stuff. This is not a criticism of Kevin. This is seeing how Kevin would skate and all that stuff, because I know he likes the skateboarding games and all that. And yeah, so Kevin, even if you're watching this, feel free to, comment or talk to me about anything that you experienced while you were, skating. Because I know learning to skate in 7 days is hard. I almost swore there, and it's YouTube. I can't swear as much. Right. Not that it usually stops me, but for this type of video, I'm going to refrain from the swearing as much, or try to. You'll see me maybe stop myself or cut really weirdly. Anyway, let's jump into the video, and let's see how this goes for Kevin.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to try and learn to skateboard in 7 days. How hard can it be? Very hard, it turns out. And
Extremely hard, Kevin. Extremely hard. But I guess let's see how your first day goes. Yeah.
oh, no problem. I have played so many Tony Hawk games. And I think a good way of getting started is go on WikiHow. Never try to skate in sandals or flip-flops. Well, there goes my fashion statement. Penny boards are bad for somebody who's taller than the average 5-year-old. I'm pretty sure I'm up.
Now, quickly, just because of that sentence there, okay? I'm going to point something out here. Penny boards are good for cruising. Now, it does say, like, it depends on the penny board, really, if someone can, actually, a grown adult can stand on them. But 9 times out of 10, you're usually safe. And, well, it's WikiHow, so, like, kind of gotta, have a bit of leeway with that. Anyway, let's get back.
Okay, there's nothing lame childish about pads, so keep that in mind when I'm head to toe protected.
Good. When you're learning to skate for the first time, wear pads if you don't want to be hurt a lot and covered in scrapes and bruises and all that. So okay, at least he's getting some of the stuff right, especially for someone who is, shall we say, known to be a bit clumsy. And don't any of you guys say in the comments below about me. I know I'm clumsy, but I'm smart with my clumsiness. Yeah.
Mastering the basics. Okay, I think we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. That looks difficult, but I guess I will need some equipment, including
a skateboard.
Skateboard. This looks like a man who knows how to skateboard. Nearly accidentally buying children's knee pads and elbow pads because my Spanish just isn't that good.
Okay. Again, I'm stopping the video a lot. Apologies. But those boards can be okay and they can be good. But I wouldn't recommend going for a board like that. But these boards look okay because they are, they look like they've got the right concave from the looks of them. They look like they're, decently made. They're not cheapest of the cheap, if you know what I mean. Like, they're not like some cheap $15, €15 Walmart type of board that'll break in 2 seconds. So these ones are pretty good for beginners, but again, if you want to see my recommendations on a setup, I will be releasing a video in like a month, so that I'll link that down below when that's actually out and stuff. But yeah, anyway, back to the video.
Okay, so I know it said not to feel stupid or anything, but I'm feeling pretty stupid. I've got a helmet, I've got knee pads and elbow pads, and I haven't even taken the board out of the plastic wrapper yet.
Actually, now that he's actually mentioned the plastic wrap, this is why a lot of core skaters and normal skaters do not like completes because they come in this stupid wrap that, you know, you have to take the whole board apart anyway. So if you ever do get one of these boards, you know, just make sure that you take the whole like wrap off, and make sure you take every piece of the skateboard apart, take all that plastic wrap off, and then, you know, then go skate it and then set it to whatever tightness of the trucks and all that stuff that you want. Anyway, back to the video again.
This isn't a very skater attitude. I'm just gonna go out there and get it done. What a day to make sure my skateboard is a skateboard. Look at me go. I give it a little kick. Yeah, that's a wheel for sure. Yep, definitely works as it should. And then you wouldn't believe it. I stood on the skateboard and everything was fine. Although I must say, something insane happened. I almost fell. Look at that. I'm falling. Look at it. And I recovered so.
Now, that little stumble that Kevin had there, it was a good stumble to have, because it teaches you to keep your weight centered. Anyway, back to the video. I keep pausing it, and I don't mean to, but, you know, I just want to point out some extra things that I wouldn't usually point out in any other video. And again, Kevin is a great example of a brand new skater. Now, even though he's got pads and everything on, doesn't make him less of a skater if he does keep doing, you know, the whole skateboarding thing. But, you know, there's no shame in pads. It's all personal preference. Everything in skating is personal preference. Like, zoom in on me, right? Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now, yes? Okay. Don't care what others think when you're skating, right? That's the best piece of advice I can give any new skater. Anyway, back to the video.
Well, I must have looked insane to neighbors. I was on like 1 meter
Kevin,
square portion
insane?
of grass, not moving, in full protective gear, like helmet, knee pads, elbow pads, and I'm not even moving. And then I realized
Nothing wrong with that.
That doesn't matter. Everything I just did doesn't matter because it's so much harder on tiles when it's actually trying to move. Why has no one told me about this? Of course, I'm very intelligent, so I figured I'll just make my center of gravity lower, and I'll skateboard that way.
I mean, you can skate like that. That's all I've got to say, really.
Then I figured 7 days of skateboarding like that probably wouldn't be the most entertaining of videos.
Probably not the most entertaining, but you know.
Braille skateboarding, and their whole channel is so good.
Yeah, shout out Braille.
Relating to learning to skateboard.
Oh yeah.
Also, this line inspired me a lot.
Are any skateboarders really regular?
They also taught me about.
And Aaron Cairo is right there. For any of you guys who don't know Braille skateboarding, the guy that said that was Aaron Cairo. Anyway, back to the video again.
About which foot you should lead with.
The slide test. You are goofy. I am a goofy skateboarder.
So with my new knowledge of skateboarding, it was.
Now, the slide test is one of the best tests you can do because whatever foot leads forward is your balance foot. So you put that as your, you know, front foot. So like when I slide, my left foot goes forward, but my right foot goes behind me. So that is one of the best tests. Now, I know I've recommended another test before where if you get someone to shove you back a little bit, you see which foot you stand on more. That's more your pushing foot. This one is more your stability and, you know, going with momentum type of foot, I guess. So, again, just a quick thing to point out there.
No one told me that just standing on it is terrifying. Honestly, I know you could probably go, oh, that must be uncomfortable, but until you try it, you...
Now, what Kevin's talking about here, he's right. The first time you step on a board with no experience, no balance, nothing, not knowing how to step onto a board, it can be fucking terrifying. And that's like the ones where I'm weaving in for this video because it is terrifying sometimes. So, yeah, just take your time. Anything with skateboarding, take your time. Now, I know I should listen to my own advice about other tricks that I'm trying just now. But anyway, Yeah, so again, I think you've just got to take your time and just be patient. Okay, and we'll probably see this once Kevin actually starts doing the whole skating part and pushing and getting comfortable on the board and all that stuff. Anyway, back to the video again, and I'm going to shut up until Kevin actually starts skating here. Okay, so see you guys right now.
You have no idea how uncomfortable it is to just stand on a skateboard. It's so unnatural. And you know what else is unnatural? Like, once you're already on it, how do you get off?
Okay, so here.
Okay, I lied. Anyway, so how do you get off? That is another thing. You just kind of either have to jump off or hope that you don't fall as you're getting off. So,
didn't die, I suppose. Not feeling too great. I'm really sweaty. I don't even know how. I don't know, is it the heat? The exertion of putting one foot down slowly and then back upward slowly? Not really sure. I think it's a good sign, because it means I must have been enjoying it if I was that preoccupied that I didn't notice I was a moist mess. Okay,
God damn it, Kevin.
Day 2. I'm going to try basically the same stuff, try and get a bit more confident, maybe try, playing with the balance of the board. We'll see, but the first challenge is putting on these damn kneecaps that I just can't seem to get the hang of. New record. But unfortunately for me, my goal isn't to speedrun putting on the safety equipment, it's to speedrun learning to skate. I was a little bit concerned at the start, It felt like I reset and I forgot everything. I'm still a little scared of standing on the board. Just FYI. But before long, I did start to improve a little bit. I still know it doesn't look like much, but it's progress.
Okay, there we go. Right. With Kevin's stance there that you've seen, we'll replay a little bit back here just now. Yeah, Kevin was doing the right things. Like, he just needs to learn to pivot this front foot when he's actually, away to do a trick or something, because that is how you do it and stuff. But for a first attempt or like first couple of days of skating, this push is perfect. He's not pushing Mongo. He's not making anything more difficult on himself. Sorry, I lost my voice for a second there. Anyway.
So, I need to try and get used to just pushing along and not just starting. But I need more space for that.
Yeah, push along.
So what I'm thinking is, that's the sound my brain makes when I think. It's like a monkey clanging. I'm thinking I should practice like my balance and stuff.
Good idea.
Yeah, let's see how that goes. Well, this is terrifying. I think this is the best symbolism for me having a quarter-life crisis. It's trying to learn to skate while looking like someone who's retired and using a Zimmer frame. My knuckles are actually going white from gripping onto this chair. Can you see that?
Oh my god.
That's really intimidating.
Yep.
See that? I let go of the Zimmer frame for like half a second there. Again, wow, this is a big moment for me. And honestly,
now, this part where he was, if we go back a couple of frames, where he's doing this, it's a good way to start to learn like things like manuals and all that. But the one thing I would recommend here, if you're at this stage, is maybe pushing your arms out a bit and straightening your back, because straightening your back is the key to a manual, basically. And keeping everything in line with each other, like your shoulders in line with your legs, and your legs and your knees in line with your feet. All that, everything comes into a manual. So, again, to Kevin, good job. You're doing good so far. Now I just want to see you fall. I'm sorry, but, it's a thing you have to see with beginner skaters, because if you're not falling, you're not learning, right? So, let's see Kevin fall.
I was going as fast as humanly possible to get out there and get skating. Hey man, what the hell? Come on, dude, you're making me look bad. But after that event, we finally arrived at a place where I could practice outdoors in the public. I'm sorry, public. I think I'd like to be able to skate from that end of the road up to this end.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I think that would be a good goal.
Sure, let's do that.
Great goal.
Yeah. Let's just do that. Ground being on level is very scary.
Yeah.
I could have died
Yep.
right there.
You'll be fine, Kevin. Oh, there we go.
Last time I was joking, but that time was close. Now, excuse my bad
There we
drawing,
go.
but let me just explain this to you, because this is the problem with skateboarding when you're outside of the comfort of your own home. You see this? That's a rock. I know it doesn't look like it, but that's because I'm bad at art. This is...
Yep. Okay. So, rocks. Now, see, this is the problem with the complete that Kevin has. These wheels are made more for park skating on smooth concrete and all that stuff. With normal roads and stuff, you need what is called, well, for say like Spitfire and all that, they have a Street Tech formula. Or is that Bones? Bones might be the one. I can't remember what my wheels are. But basically what Street Formula is basically it makes the wheel a little bit softer, so, and usually they're a little bit bigger than park wheels, because it makes, you know, all the physics and stuff, I don't know, the sciencey stuff, where like bigger and softer wheel means easier to roll over stones and rocks and all that. Anyway, back to the video.
This is me. I'm very cool looking when I skateboard, and I'm very happy. But as you can see, I'm not going very fast, as signified by there only being 2 speed lines. And when I go into a rock here, it's going to get stuck right in here.
Yep.
The board is going to stay, and I am going to fall. It
fall
makes it
with.
so much harder that everyone is just staring at me. Everyone.
Everyone.
What do you exactly mean by everyone?
See this guy in the car? See him?
That car?
That car. Yeah, that specific car.
YouTube guy who makes
Yeah.
video game videos. Just let me live my life, you know?
My
Turning
God.
This way. So I think rather than
So,
fixing the problem, I'll just go that way. And then I'll naturally curve in.
I like how I can see your shadow skating too.
I know he's
Yep.
better than me.
Your
It
shadow.
pisses me off. He follows me everywhere.
so,
Oh.
oh,
Close.
we're
I
getting
feel like I'm
close.
destined to crash. At least
You are.
once.
You are,
And
Kevin.
every day I
You'll
come
be
out
fine.
Here, I'm just like, not today. My toe hurts. Oh, that wouldn't have went well if I went that time.
Yep, just get used to it
Oh, this
first.
is much harder than I thought it would be. I don't know.
You'll
maybe
be
I don't
fine.
need it. Maybe you know that's enough. You know that was already
Jump
kinda
on.
scary. That didn't go as well as yesterday.
Now do that
And,
with
you
the
know,
board.
plus the wind is all wrong, and you know the planet's alignment.
Just
is
full
kinda out of
send.
whack right now. So fine, I'll do it.
Good. Full send and commit.
But maybe I should practice on grass first. You know, just in
Good
case.
idea.
Oh my god. I'm
Good
so
idea.
scared. Why is skating so scary? Okay.
Because it's dangerous. That's why.
Okay.
Come on. Full send it. Smooth. First try.
I did it. Okay.
First
I did
actual
it on
try
grass.
there.
And the thing about skating is
Good.
once you've done it that one time, you
You
can
got
just
that
keep doing
confidence.
it. It's getting
Keep
over
doing it.
the mental block of trying something, because every new thing you try with skateboarding is terrifying, and that just never ended for me.
Kevin's right. Skating is maybe about 20%, 30% physical. The rest is all mental. It's like a 70-30 split mental to physical. So a lot of your tricks, if you're trying an ollie right now, if you can't get the ollie, don't think about doing an ollie, just do an ollie. And get that mental block as out of your head as possible. I apparently don't know English clearly. So anyway, back to the video.
And I had gotten used to doing it on the grass, but of course, with skateboarding, the terror never ends. And that means it's time to practice on the smooth surface.
Yep, on the harder surface.
I hate this. I hate it so much.
Again,
Okay, now or never.
this mental
Maybe we
block
can
is
call
what...
it never.
Do it. Attempt 1. Perfect.
Yes!
Perfect.
Yes! Oh, I don't know
First
if that
try.
or did I master that trick in one?
Aight, 2 to make it true. Are you going to do 3 to plant a tree?
Yes! Oh, that is awesome. I didn't know if I'd be able to do that or not. That's cool.
This was definitely one
No.
of the peak
Okay, 2 to make it true though. So he's definitely got that trick on lock,
So
right?
I feel like I'm indestructible. I was like, oh, maybe I'm just like a natural and nothing will go wrong.
Everything
Yeah,
will
it's
go wrong when you think that.
Short-lived, I guess.
There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Dude, for a guy who was afraid to stand on the board and still is a
Yep.
little bit, that's not bad. Oh,
Great
yes,
progress.
That was cool. I went from the top. I'm like a child explaining to their parents. But look, it went like
Yeah.
this, and back, and back.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
Yes,
At
this
the
is
crack
going to be
of
fun.
dawn, it was time to hit the skate
Yeah.
park.
Kev, are you sure you're
I've
ready?
never seen a more fitting graffiti. Honestly, this was some of the most fun I've had when I was on the skateboard, because not only is it a place designated for skating, so no one's looking at you like, what the hell is this man-child doing? But it's
Yep.
also super smooth, so it's so much easier to skate on compared to like a road.
I'm
Yes.
such a skater. I'm like, I could go down in there, and I'm like, where are the steps? Where's the access?
I still had that problem
You have to
where I
full
was
send
doing,
it,
like,
bro.
the baby push to just move at all. It feels so much faster when you're actually on the skateboard. Looking at it
Oh,
now,
yeah,
I'm like, this is so
100%.
lame, but it's so hard to actually do.
It
And was
feels
time for
faster
my
when you're on a
hardest
board.
challenge yet. So this is a half pipe. That's right. We're
Oh,
back at the
no.
drawing board. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry to
Kevin.
subject you to this. And this is our skater. He's very brave to be skating because his legs are all twisted up there. That's how I feel when I'm on the skateboard.
Kevin,
And
don't.
actually, this makes no sense for the demonstration. So the ramp would actually be there. And the idea is you're standing like this. There's a second person on the skateboard now. I'm doing a
yes.
great job of explaining
Correct.
it. And if you want to drop
He's
down
doing
into
it.
this ramp, you need to slam down here in
Yep.
order to get the balance of when this
Kevin.
connects here. So you can go down this way nice and safe.
Smooth.
It's easy enough to say. It's a lot harder to do.
It's a lot harder.
And even harder to
Yes.
draw. But now it was time to actually pull that off, and this one is terrifying.
You're going to follow out here, Kevin,
Wow.
That's what I need to do.
and
Sound
lean
good?
forward into it.
But on that.
Not scary.
It looks small, but
Yeah.
it's not. And it's scary to even stand on these things when you don't know what you're doing.
So it's all about slamming
Boom.
the board down so
Yeah.
that your full weight goes onto the front. Rather than doing it at a ramp, you can do it on a slope to try and work your way
Perfect.
up. So that's what I'm going to try and do.
Yes.
even this
There
is
we go.
Have you got what it takes?
No.
Just you
I
need
think
to
you
commit.
do.
But here goes nothing.
That
Ready?
that's the main thing.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Are you ready, Kevin, to fall? Oh, there we go.
Even watching it back, I felt it like it's such a thud when
Yep.
it fell. I should have
Yep,
taken
you
a
feel
picture, but I
that
think I
so
would've got
much.
demonetized because it was like in a risky spot of the body. I guess it was more my hip.
Right on your hip.
But it
Yep.
bruised up good after that fall.
Yeah.
Did it hurt?
No, I'm actually made of jelly. Bounced right off that thing.
So I decided
Yep.
maybe it's best I leave that trick out, because if I committed to it, I probably would have died and you wouldn't be watching this right now. But I did
No, you
manage
would
to
have been
pull
fine.
off an even cooler trick.
And
a
what's that?
grind.
Okay, I'm looking kind of lame. We need to convince them that I'm not. I've just added in legs here, okay, instead of hands.
Yep.
I landed it.
So I decided for my own health and
Perfect,
safety, I
Kevin.
abandoned this trick, but I'm still really proud
Okay.
of all I've accomplished in
Good-
7 days.
good
I
progress
just
for
wish I could
7 days.
communicate more like how difficult this actually is to do.
Yes.
I spent like quite an amount of time just skating around there. It was really fun,
Yeah.
and it got me thinking about my future with skateboarding. But we'll get to that in a second.
That's what I did.
Okay.
Except for the falling thing, that was like once in a million.
Yeah.
Figured that I really liked the cruising aspect, but the trick part of it, I just can't see me doing it on my own time in the future. And I figured that
Okay.
maybe longboarding was the way forward. And coming from a skateboard to a
Okay.
longboard, it's so much easier to cruise. I really liked doing this because not
Yep.
only was it something different for me, and I definitely learned a lot through it, not just about skateboarding, but also about filming outside
Okay.
and just getting a bit more comfortable with that.
So, seeing as that's the end of the video for Kevin, I'm going to leave some bits of advice for Kevin here. Alright? So, even though you're not 100% sold on doing tricks and stuff like that, I would suggest at least just getting more comfortable on the board. You know, take if you are going to be doing longboarding, just get comfortable on that. And if you're comfortable on that, go back to the skateboard and see how comfortable you are on that. Go and try your dropping again on that slope. And yeah, just learn how to balance on the board. That is my best advice that I can give you from, you know, a beginner that's slightly ahead, you know, that can do some little tricks like ollies and manuals and all that stuff, and, you know, 180 spins and stuff and 360 spins on manuals and stuff like that. So what I would suggest is just take your time. You know, it even took me like 6 months to get my first ollie. 7 months to get my first, like, more leveled out and actual high pop ollie. But yeah, so considering you were trying to do it in 7 days, you did great. Like, you got so comfortable on the board. Next, 2 things that I want to actually point out for you, Kevin, if you're watching this, is pivot your front foot and just get used to doing that. So, like, going from, you know, your front foot being straight and just pivot to the, oh, wrong way, sorry. So I need to bring so if your foot's like this and when you're pushing, you just pivot it to the left or pivot it to the right, whatever foot you're using. I think you were using your left foot forward, so you were skating regular. So you would pivot it that way. So you'd pivot it to the right. I don't know if the camera's mirrored, I can't remember. So again, so say this is your left foot, you're going that way, and your right foot, you're going that way, if you're skating goofy. So, yeah. Anyway, I do hope you guys enjoyed this type of different kind of video. It was a nice little change up. Again, Kevin's switching up some of his content. I'm switching up some of mine. And yeah, hopefully you guys do enjoy this kind of reaction content, because I will be doing a little bit more, like some skate fail compilations and all that stuff. I'll be doing a lot of that, and yeah, I'm liking this new kind of like different way of approaching content. Anyway, guys, remember to like, subscribe, and comment and all that stuff. Again, if you're a skater, leave some advice for new skaters down in the comments below, please, because we want to get as much people into skateboarding as we can. And the one thing I want to actually remind people in this video, especially anyone older than, 30-ish, right? So Kevin's what, 29, 28, something like that? I can't remember. Don't ask me to remember people's ages. But you can start skateboarding at any age. So just remember that. The only advice I have for the older people who are thinking about going into skating, take your time and be a lot more careful. Again, pads, helmets, they're all there for protecting you. The only reason I don't wear pads or stuff when I'm skating, unless it is vertical skating, which I am not touching yet, I would suggest, well, that's my personal preference, really. That's the whole point. Anyway, I'm going to see you guys later. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And go subscribe to Kevin. Go subscribe to Braille. Subscribe to me, obviously, And yeah, leave it in the comments of what you think, what you think of the video. Anyway, see you guys in a bit. And yeah, peace out. Bye.